guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Jazz. How y'all feeling? If you are new to my channel, what's up? If you are a returning family member, how you doing? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started because I know that I am like 2 weeks behind. I already know, but I promise you it gets harder as you get closer to delivering. I promise you. And I feel like it's like a little, I don't know. I just feel like it's like a little dark. Hopefully that's not too light. Probably is. Y'all probably like, what? Anyway, so let's just go ahead and get started. So this will be my 35 and 36 week bump day. I feel like every 2 weeks I skip a week. But yeah, so this will be my 35 and 36 week bump update. So let's see, week 35 and week 36 were very similar weeks. I can honestly say that at week 35 is when I began to pick up weight. Prior to week 35, I just felt like I was not gaining weight for real. I've said that before. I've said that in my first trimester, my second trimester vlog. I just felt like, oh my gosh, like this is a little weird. Like your girl is like I'm all stomach. And I mean, I'm still all stomach now, but I can definitely see certain areas have gotten a little bit thicker. So but yeah, week 35 was like the first week that I was like, okay, I'm gaining a little weight or whatever. And I was not mad at it. Because, you know, a lot of we always talk about women gaining weight during pregnancy, but we never talk about how there are a lot of women that lose weight during pregnancy. And I was one of those people that lost weight during pregnancy. I felt like I had an amazing body prior to pregnancy, and then I felt like the first trimester, like I lost my hips, I lost different things or whatever that I used to really love. And in the second trimester, I was like gaining weight or whatever, but it was only in my stomach. And then even my belly was not as big as I would have liked. Like it was still hard for people. Like I was 6 months and people would be like, oh my God, you're 6 months. You definitely like 3 or 4 months, you know, type of thing or whatever. But baby, that third trimester, it comes in with a bang. Okay, like even though technically 36 weeks, baby, that third trimester come in with a bang. So I went to the doctor. I got confirmation that I had been gaining weight or whatever, because sometimes it's a little bit harder to see on yourself than, you know, other people saying no. Like my husband like, no, baby, you look really good. Like, yeah, your stomach is bigger, like you look good and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't really see it, but it's there. So also, I noticed I had gained some weight in my fingers. I was not able to fit my wedding ring anymore. I have it on right now, but don't judge me, I had to squeeze it on. So I purchased a ring off of Amazon. Well, my husband purchased a ring off of Amazon for me to wear the last 4 weeks. I get the ring. I ordered a ring in a size, like a half a size up. I mean, just like, yeah, half a size up or whatever. And at first I liked the ring or whatever, but then I don't know, I stopped liking the ring. I stopped liking the ring because I guess I'm so used to my ring or whatever, and it didn't do what my ring do. You know what I'm saying? And then one morning I tried to put the ring on, and I was like, this one too or whatever. So my fingers, you know, they definitely have gotten bigger. And I know y'all probably like, girl, you squeezed that ring back on your finger. I really did. But you see this, like, yeah. All I have to do is like wet my hands, like, yeah, to get it back on and off. But anyway, so I also noticed that my feet had gotten a little bit bigger, and I was in denial during my 35 week, 36 week. I was in denial because I am a shoe head, I'm a sneaker head, I'm a heel head. Like, for people that know, you know. And so anything that like jeopardizes me not being able to fit in my shoes is like, whoa. And so I originally noticed it with my Yeezys. Like, I was like, oh my God, my shoes are so tight, like so tight or whatever. And then especially today, I wore one pair of my Jordans, And I could not wait to come home and take my shoes off, because baby, I just felt like my little feet were just squished in my freaking shoes, and I'm just like so sad about it. But so yeah, I could tell that I had gained weight in my feet and my hands. Baby has definitely gotten bigger. What else concerning my weight? And with her getting bigger, you know, there's a TikTok that's like, I'm officially get this effing baby out of me weeks along. Yeah, 36 weeks was that week for me. Like the end of 35 going into 36 weeks, 36, but for sure 36 weeks was when I was like, I'm over it. I am so freaking over it. Like, and I was just like, Lord, let me just make it the full turn, and then it's free game. Because the baby gets heavier, the baby gets lower, and it's just very, very uncomfortable. Also at 36 weeks, babe and I purchased the little yoga ball, and so I have been spending time on the yoga ball. Last night was my first time spending. I spent over like 30 minutes on it, so that was my longest period of time being on it, and just doing like circular hip motions and bouncing on it and stuff like that. And I felt so much better going to bed last night, because I just feel like really, really tight. And so I've just started doing stairs and doing things like that. And I started it during my 36th week. Sleep has gotten better, but during my 36th week, I realized that I could not sleep on my left side anymore. Which they recommend you sleep on your left side. But I feel like because she has gotten in position, something like, I don't know, but I'm just gonna say is that and I feel like she's in position or whatever, but like her body is on the, I don't know, like she's curled up and her body's on this side or whatever. But baby, it's just so uncomfortable sleeping. Like I get more sleep, but I have to sleep on this side, and my right side. And so sleeping on my right side means, with me sleeping on my right side, I still have to wake up like every 2 hours to switch sides. But when I switch sides, I don't spend so much time on my left side, because she doesn't allow me, because she's kicking, she's moving. She does not like it. She just does not like it, and I don't like it either, because it's a weird feeling for me. I'm sure it's a weird feeling for her. So that started 36 weeks. I've also realized that my appetite has slowed down. I noticed because every morning I was eating a big breakfast, and then as of lately, I don't have to have all 3 waffles. I can really just have like sometimes 1.5, sometimes 2, sometimes just 1 with eggs, because I do 2 eggs and stuff like that. And so and I had just started doing like the 3 waffles, the 2 eggs, the 1 banana, the full cup of juice, my pre, like I was doing all of that in the morning time. And now, like I said, I've taken out the banana. Like I don't need it. I just don't. I will say I think she has dropped a little bit, because prior to 36 weeks, like if I overate, baby, I would feel horrible. Like I would literally feel horrible, because it would feel like everything was like pushed up on me. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't breathe and stuff like that. Whereas like now, even though there's less room because she's gotten bigger, I don't necessarily feel like it's pushing on my stomach, if that makes sense. Like, but at the same time, my appetite has gone down. So I don't know. Who knows? That I'll probably just contradicted myself, but I don't know, y'all. What else? Also, I've seen, you know, my ankles have gotten like a little bit thicker. My legs have gotten a little bit thicker. But I pretty much still look the same. Like I don't have any features that just gives baby. Like I had a Zoom meeting, and they had no idea that I was pregnant, because it was just from here up. Like there was nothing that just gave like my nose, my cheeks, or anything, like nothing, or my, you know, my neck, nothing really gives that like I'm pregnant until you look down. But now sis is out there. Like sis is definitely out there. It's said that they do less movement starting at that 9th month or whatever, because they don't have room, because they're sleeping more. Yeah, not my girl. Sis gonna move. Sis is going to wake up. Sis wakes up like, I kid you not, like I wake up every 2 hours, go to the bathroom, and sis is up. Like she's kicking, she's up, she's actually kicking now. Now she does have periods where she is sleeping. Like I know for sure she's asleep, unless she's just like playing the freeze game. But other than that, like sis is still very, 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 very active. Very active. Okay. So yeah, we got like 3 weeks left. We actually have less than 3 weeks left. So I don't know if the movement will slow down, but I mean 3 weeks is nothing, and sis is still on, she's still a track runner. So at 36 weeks, I feel like I experienced my first Braxton Hicks contraction. Prior to this, like I feel like I have never felt anything. Yeah. Could I have experienced something like this in the like I literally don't know. I literally had to call some of my sisters and like call my best friend and be like, hey, how does it feel? Like, how do I know, like, what is this that I'm feeling? Because it was not that apparent to me. Like I don't know, y'all. I think I'm weird, and yeah, I don't know. And this is my first baby. I for sure with the second baby, I'm gonna feel like a pro, okay? But with this first baby, it's just like I really don't know. So it was like the end of, actually it was the end of my 35 going into my 36. And babe and I were out to eat. We had ate some Mexican food. It was really, really good. We were leaving the restaurant. We had stayed at the restaurant for a while, and we were leaving, and I was walking to the parking lot, and then all of a sudden I was like down, like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh my God, what is that? And it happened like 3 times or whatever. I had to like, it stopped me in my tracks. It definitely stopped me in my tracks or whatever. But when I looked up Braxton Hicks versus contractions, I'm like, okay, maybe it's the Braxton Hicks or whatever, because of the duration of how it felt, of where it came from. It didn't come from back forward, just different things like that. And then the same thing happened last night. I was walking up the stairs, and I was like stopped, and like I was like, whoa, and I think it happened like 3 times last night or whatever. And so yeah, I guess it's a Braxton Hicks. Like, I guess, yeah. Anyway, so, I have weekly appointments now, and I'm at the week where you can get checked, to see, how everything's looking down there. You can see if you're dilated, and, I guess if your cervix is thinning or whatever, I think. But I do know for sure you can check and see if you're dilated. I chose not to check last week, because last week I was officially 9 months or whatever. So I chose not to check. I chose not to check because my best friend, Haley, y'all know Haley, she's pregnant as well. And we're literally a couple days apart. We're not even a full week apart. Our babies are not even a full week apart. They're literally a couple days. And so with her being a couple days before me, she had her appointment before mine, and she told me that she did check. They did tell her that she was 1 centimeter, but that it was painful. And so when she told me that like 2 days before my appointment. Because I think our appointments are like 2 days apart. And so I was like, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm ready for somebody to be down there just yet. Like, I think I'm good. So I went into my appointment. They checked everything, and they was like, okay, do you want us to? And I was like, no, not this week. I was like, maybe next week. And I was like, it's completely up to you. It's completely up to you. So I do have an appointment in 2 days, and I don't know, like, we'll see. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm gonna have to see the day of, honey. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have to see a couple moments before, to see how I'm feeling or whatever. But yeah, those are some things that happens when you begin to go weekly. Also, last week in my appointment, I was told that this is my second time being told that baby is measuring a week early. She's measuring a week early. And so, that can mean a lot of different things. It does not necessarily mean she's gonna come early. It can mean a lot. It can mean that she's a little bit bigger. It can mean a lot of different things or whatever. So when I originally heard it, I was like, oh my gosh, that means she's gonna come a week early or whatever. But that's not necessarily true. It could be, it could not be. This is the thing. So prior to me getting pregnant, it was a little challenging for me to track my ovulation and track for, when was the right time, because of how my cycles would go. And so I would know within, it was like a 2 or 3 day difference. Like every month, it was a 2 or 3 day difference. Like I would either be spot on like, okay, my cycle is coming on this day, or I would be 2 or 3 days off. And that goes for my ovulation as well, because you count, you're counting. You have to know how to count and stuff like that to determine your ovulation. And so in the beginning, it was hard for me to track my ovulation because I would be sometimes coming up with the wrong number, you know what I'm saying? Or I would be like, okay, based on my calendar, I'm supposed to start ovulating today. Or I'm supposed to start ovulating tomorrow. And I just got tired of being wrong, because again, how my body is, I would never be too early, but I would never be too late. I would always be a little bit too early. And so I had to actually start ovulation strips, which is like a little ovulation test. It looks like a pregnant test, but it's for ovulation. And I would have to start doing those because I was never spot on, like how other women, other women can be so spot on, but my system and my body was not like that. And so with that being said, when we found out I was pregnant, and you have to make an appointment, and you have to kind of tell them like how far along you think you are, I went based on, they ask you like, when is your last period? And so I told them, but when I was doing the math with like, okay, that was my last period, but like, this is when I think it happened, or this is when I think it happened. It was like, okay, it was like a week. Actually, it was like a week. It was like 5 days, as to like, okay, it could happen any time in these 5 days, which is crazy. So when they tell me that she's measuring a week early and stuff like that, it wasn't like shocking to me, because throughout my entire pregnancy, this gonna sound crazy, y'all, but throughout my entire pregnancy, I've always felt like I was never truly the week that I am, like throughout the entire pregnancy. And I'm going to tell you why I felt like that on top of what I just said. So what I just said counts. And then my first time getting a sonogram, I went to I did not go to my doctor's office, because I had to go on a trip, and we wanted confirmation, like, yeah, we knew a baby was in there, but we wanted to see a baby, okay? And I was very, very early. I was very, very early on. Like, I found out I was pregnant, like, at 4+ weeks. And so, at my doctor's office, like, you can't do a sonogram until, like, you can't even get in until X amount of time. So, I finally got in, but they weren't offering a sonogram. If you know, you know. Like, you'll probably get a couple sonograms in your whole pregnancy, literally a couple. And so she was like, but you can go here. And so they told me a place to go, and I went. When I went there, based on what my doctor said, the weeks that my doctor said I was, and based on what the ultrasound lady from a different company said, they were like 4 to 5 days. No, they were 4 days. They were 4 days. It was a 4-day difference. It's a 4-day difference. So I never truly knew which date to go by. Like, I never really truly knew which day to go by. So I had 2 apps. I still have those apps. I have the Wee Mom and I have the What to Expect app. And so my What to Expect app always had what my doctor said. I mean, yeah, what my doctor said, my real doctor said, what my OB said. But my Wee Mom's app would have what the ultrasound people, what the ultrasound tech said or whatever. Now, that was my first and last time going to the ultrasound tech, because at that point, I could go see my real doctor and stuff like that. But I said all of this to say, them saying that she's measuring a week early and stuff like that, it wasn't really shocking to me, because like I said, I was never 100% sold on them saying, oh yeah, you definitely got pregnant on Wednesday or something like that. You know, like, it definitely happened on Wednesday. I was really never sold on it, because I mean, TMI, but like, my husband and I, we were baby dancing the entire time, like every day. So it's like, I was just like, I don't really know. Plus my cycle, you know, my cycle will say it's coming on Monday, and sometimes sis won't come until Wednesday. And then sis will say that because of that I'm ovulating on Monday, and I, based on these strips, I didn't start ovulating till Wednesday or to another day. So yeah, I hope you guys understood that. So anyway, I did find that out. And with that being said, we are prepared for her to come a week early, if that's what she wants to do. What I don't want to do is I don't want to go over 40 weeks. I just do not want to go over 40 weeks. I just do not, honey, want to go over 40 weeks, because I am tired. I am tired. I'm not even tired. I'm tired, okay? So yeah, I've been spending time on my ball. This weekend I'm gonna get some pineapple juice. I'm gonna get some raspberry leaf tea. And we're gonna try to, you know, thin out that cervix and everything like that, because I'm tired. I'm really tired, and the pelvic pain is just, and it does not get into rare form until at night. Like, yeah. But anyway, so that is a update on my 36 and 37 week you know, journey. Y'all, we don't have long. I said 36 and 37. That was 35 and 36. But we don't have long, y'all. I'm super excited. Y'all see, I got my hair done. I got my braids. I got my braids during my 36, because when she told me baby girl was measuring a week early, in my mind, I said, oh, she coming a week early. Like, literally, in my mind, I said, my baby about to come. I said, my baby's about to come. Now, it doesn't necessarily equate to that, no. But I was like, baby, because sometimes I feel like you just know. I said, oh, my baby about to come. So, I literally, it took me like a day and a half to find a girl to do my hair. And her and her team, they did my hair in 4 hours, y'all. And my hair is so freaking long. But yeah, so got my braids in, the bags are packed, and at this point we're just waiting on sis. But sis does have an eviction date, and that's 39 weeks. Sis gotta come at 39 weeks, because baby, yeah. But anyway, thank you guys, which means that I will only have 2 more updates for you guys. 3 more. Well, 3 more updates for you guys if that is the case. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.